Hi, let me talk about the nodes for a little bit. Every user has a node, which is its representation on the server. Let me show you how you get there. Under the users, you select the user you want, you click on the pencil, and then you'll get the pop-up of the window. A lot of this is pretty obvious. The group at the top, there's a drop-down menu, and you could assign people into different groups is one way of moving them. The name is actually the machine name of the computer, not the name of the person. In this field, the description field, if you choose to add it, you can change anything in there just to help you identify the person. The MAC address is, of course, the MAC address. The IP address is its latest IP address. Now, if you have dynamic IP addresses, it matches up with the MAC address, and it determines if this is the same computer with a different IP, then it updates the IP address. Now, these fields right here are what the end user filled out, or maybe you did as you filled out their profile. When they first install the program, there's a blank profile window, and it asks them their name, phone number, department, email, location. Whatever they fill in is what's matched right there. Let me show you what it is. I'm going to click Modify Profile, and there you can see the matching information. So that's where you can find out what it is. Okay, a bit more importantly, we're talking about the ways you can enable the node to interact in different ways. The command check interval tells the client on the workstation how often they should check the server to see if there's any new buttons or commands. And initially, we have it set at 1 minute for testing purposes, but later on you may want to switch that over to 60 minutes or 1,000 minutes. It does it anyway at every reboot, so if you do that every day, then it'll be done once a day. Enable self-test is when it checks to see all of those receivers to see if they're live or not. So you can have it do that, and then you can see how often you want to do it. With this settings, it would be every 60 minutes. It would check all of the receivers to see if they're on or not, and it'll give you an error message if their machine is off or you can't reach them. I typically do not have that done. It could be a bit disruptive unless you so choose that you want to have the self-test done. Client unloading means that the end user is able to unload the client. Let me demonstrate. When they click Modify Profile, when they click Unload, they can remove the program. We may not want them to do that. Another thing you could do is Client Profile Refresh enabled, and this is where you have the ability to refresh the profile, meaning checking the server if there's any new commands or any new buttons. Allow end user to change profile. What this means is when they click Modify Profile, any changes they make here will be reflected back up on the server. If this is not enabled, then even though they could view their profile and change it, it can't actually change the settings on the server. Allow Move is a feature where if you so choose, this pop-up window will always remain on the desktop and it will move around anywhere you place it, but you can't move it off the screen and you can't close it. Very few clients want that, so I leave that as an option, but typically in the default settings it's not enabled. And the application version tells you what version of the client that you have. So that's a good review of all of those settings. By the way, you make a change here for each individual node if I wanted to just change mine. But if you go to groups and you want to change the settings for everyone, again, select the group that you want to work with, and you're going to see a very similar window. Again, command check intervals, self-test, enabled, client unloading. And with these settings, whatever settings you set here, it'll roll out to all of its member nodes in its group. So you can roll it out for an entire group at one time. All right, thanks a lot.